My name is Travis Garvin, and I'm going to be using that old science project to observe new fluid mechanic principles. We're going to be using two 2-liter bottles, some water, and a tornado tube, along with dish soap and some olive oil. And you can also use a duct tape. Okay, today my video is going to be about the fluid mechanics within these two 2-liter bottles. You might remember this from when we were a kid. Science class, I remember doing a project like this. But I wanted to do it again now, a few different variations to explain the different phenomena that you see after taking fluid mechanics. So as you can see, there's no water coming out from the top right now as soon as I tipped it over. And as soon as I give this top bottle a few rotations, not only does the water start coming down rapidly, disperses evenly along the surface walls, but you'll see since I gave it a rotation that there's a tornado effect on the top. There's a little column of air down the middle, and it's moving down very rapidly now instead of being suspended on top. We're going to explain why this is. First, we're going to look at a couple of different variations of this. Going to try to get a different density liquid. I wish I had some lamp oil, but I'm going to try olive oil once just to see. I don't want to use too much just in case. It doesn't work that good. The color is a little close, but hopefully we can see a difference here when we do. The key is if hopefully the liquids don't mix, and then you'll see the difference in the tornado. Now you can see the oil sitting on the top because it is less dense than the water. Now let's see if we can see the difference when we do the tornado. Notice the color of the tornado is more of the oil, whereas the rest of the water is actually on the side of the tornado. Although by the time it reaches the bottom, it's pretty well mixed. Alright, and we're just going to look at one more variation. So this is with the dish soap in there. This will give the air an effect and not just the water.
Look at it do it. That is awesome.
In experiment 1, we had seen that at first there was no water coming down because there was a vacuum environment and the air was opposing the pressure from the water. The action was the concentration of kinetic energy or the motion of fluid. And in the atmosphere, thermals and wind shear are the source of the energy which produces the tornado vortex. In liquids such as water, the potential energy or mass is converted to kinetic energy as it descends, pulled by gravity through an opening. A small initial rotation about the opening becomes more violent, a higher rotational velocity, as the molecules come closer to the center. The resulting outward force tends to keep the liquid out of the exact center, maintaining a hole in the remaining liquid. You had noticed the centripetal force when we had swirled about the top 2-liter bottle, allowing the water to flow into the bottom with a turbulence, and the streamlines seem to adhere to the surface wall on the bottom. Experiment 2, we had used the oil on the top to notice the different density, and then we had seen that the different coloration during the tornado effect up until the bottom where it got mixed together. But you could see how the viscosity and density played a role in the experiment 2. And then in experiment 3, when we used the dish soap, we had seen that not only you can color the liquid, liquid water, but the liquid air, in fact, also with the dish soap, you were able to see how that was affected and the turbulent effect of that as well. So I want to thank you all and have a great summer. And as we all know, Chinwoo is the best.